Let me tell you what is actually happening with paid ads for B2B right now. Because I think a lot of people are blaming the wrong thing. You're running ads, Meta, LinkedIn, Google, whatever. You are spending real money every month and you are getting leads like the ads are technically working. People are booking calls. But here is the thing. You look at who is actually booking and it's off. Like they are kind of in your niche but not quite. Wrong company size, wrong budget, wrong stage of the business. Or they show up to the call and they have no idea who you are, why they are there, what you even do, and your closer is working twice as hard to get half the result. Your close rate looks bad. And you start thinking something is wrong with your sales process, but the problem started way before the call ever happened. Here's why this keeps happening, and it's not your creative, it's not your targeting, it's not your funnel pages, it's the channel itself. Paid ads are built for volume. The algorithm needs a big pool to learn from thousands and thousands of people. But your real ICP, your actual exact person, right industry, right revenue, right role, right pain point, right moment in their business, where they actually need what you do, that's maybe 2,000 people, maybe 5,000 in the whole world. So you pay to reach 500,000 people just to find 10 of the right ones. And you fund all the noise to get to the signal. That is the thing I want to talk about today. What's actually working right now in April 2026 to get 5 to 6 warm, exact feed intro calls every single month. No wasted budget, no wrong people on calls, just the right conversations consistently. Quick context on who I am and why I am talking about this. What I do is cold outreach, but not the kind where you blast a template at 10,000 people and hope someone replies. I find your exact ICP, exact industry, exact company size, exact role, exact pain point, exact moment in their business where they are going to care, and I get them on a warm intro call with you. Not a confused lead, not someone who clicked an ad by accident. A person who knows roughly who you are, knows roughly why they are talking to you, and actually wants to be there. 5 to 6 of those a month. And I want to explain why that specific number done consistently changes everything. But first, let me show you exactly what's broken with the current setup most people are running. Actually, before I get into all of this, if you already know this is what you need and you just want someone to handle it, there's an application in the description, takes about 2 minutes. I look at everyone personally and if it's a fit, we'll get on a call. Link is right there. Okay, back to the actual problem. Part 1. The real reason paid ads break for niche B2B. So let me actually break down what's happening mechanically because I think this will make it click. When someone runs Facebook or LinkedIn ads, the platform needs volume to optimize. It needs enough data points to figure out who to show your ad to. That means it needs a big audience. And a big audience means a lot of people who are adjacent to your ICP, but not actually your ICP. And here's the thing that makes this worse in 2026 specifically. The ad space is way more competitive than it was even 2 years ago. You are not competing with another media buyer who is also figuring it out. You are competing with people spending 30k, 50k a day with hundreds of creatives live. The bar to even compete properly on Facebook right now, you need 100 different ad creatives minimum just to have a chance. 100. Most B2B founders have 3. So not only is the targeting fundamentally too broad for a niche offer, the economics of competing are getting harder every single month. And then there is the quality problem. Because even if someone clicks your ad and books a call, they came from paid traffic. They are cold. They don't know you. They have no reason to trust you yet. So they show up to the call as a stranger and your closer has to do everything. Build rapport, educate them, handle objections, and close. All in 30 to 45 minutes. Compare that to a referral. Someone books a call because a mutual contact vouched for you. They already trust you before they have said a word to you. That's why referrals close at 2 times or 3 times the rate of paid leads. Not because of the conversation, because of what happened before the conversation. The problem is referrals aren't consistent. Some months are great, some months are dry. And you can't build a real business on unpredictable flow. So you are stuck between too much volume with low quality on one side and not enough volume on the other. And neither of those is what you actually want. Part 2. Why cold outreach solves this specific problem. Here's why cold outreach is done correctly is the right tool for this. With outreach, you are not broadcasting to 500,000 people and hoping the right 10 find you. You go directly to the right 10. Surgical. You can filter by industry, company size, revenue range, team size, tech stack, what they have posted about, what problems they have been publicly trying to solve. That level of precision doesn't exist anywhere else. And when your targeting is that precise, the whole dynamics of the conversation changes. Instead of someone showing up going, wait, what is this again? They are showing up already understanding the context, already knowing the general problem you solve, already curious. Because the outreach message that got them there was specific to them, not to a broad audience. That's what a warm intro call actually is. Not a pitch call, not a cold call, a conversation where both people know why they are there and one of them genuinely wants to understand what the other does. And the mechanics of what makes outreach work in 2026 have shifted. Generic templates are completely dead. I help companies like yours straight to the bin. Everyone has seen it. What works now is three things. First, something in the opening that could only have been written for that specific person. A real observation about their business. Something they posted, a hire they made, a move they just announced. Not fake personalization. Actual research that shows you looked. Second, lead with insight, not with pitch. Instead of we do X, want a call. Here's, I notice you are doing Y. Most businesses at your stage struggle with Z because of this specific reason. That's what we fix. You are giving them something before you ask for anything. That completely changes how they read it. Third, the ask is small. Not let's do a 45-minute discovery call. Something like, would a 15-minute intro call make sense? Or even just, is this something you are actively thinking about right now? You are not asking for a commitment. You are asking for a conversation. Where is your ass? When all three of those are working together, precise targeting, inside-led matches, small ask, you get replies from exactly the right people. And those people are already half sold on the fact that you understand their world before they have talked to you. Part 3. The close rate problem and where it actually comes from. Alright, now I want to go deep on close rate because this is the most misdiagnosed problem in B2B sales. When close rates are low, most people immediately think, train the sales team better, write a new script, work on objection handling, and sometimes that's part of it. But it's almost never the root cause. There are 3 layers to a close rate problem and you have to fix them in order. Layer 1 is the offer itself. If everyone is struggling to close, your closers, your reps, and even you as the founder, it's almost always the offer, not the pitch, the actual thing you are selling. Either the problem itself isn't specific enough to something they feel urgently, or the entry point is too high, commitment too fast. You are asking someone to go from, I've been on one call with you, straight to, here's 25,000 and a 6-month commitment. That's a big ask for someone who doesn't fully trust you yet. The fix is an intro offer, something low risk, lower price, that lets someone experience your value before they commit to the big thing. $2,500 to $5,000 one time proves you can deliver. Then the upsell to the retainer basically closes itself because the work already did the selling. A good way to know if your offer is the problem. If even you as the founder are struggling to close at a high rate, it's probably the offer. If you are closing at 50% and your reps are at 15%, that's a different problem, which is what I am about to get to. Layer 2 is what happens between the booking and the call. This is massively underrated and almost nobody does it properly. Think about it from a prospect side. They filled out a form, maybe watched a short video, booked a time slot, and then nothing until you show up on the call. At which point they are basically a stranger talking to a stranger. All the trust building has to happen in 30 minutes under pressure. That's really hard. The fix is simple, but most people skip it. The moment someone books a call, they should immediately start getting pre-educated. A confirmation page with 3 short videos answering the questions your sales team gets sick of answering. Retargeting ads. 30 to 50 short clips of you being genuinely useful and knowledgeable. Hitting them between the booking and the call. Value-packed emails every few hours. Not just looking forward to our chat reminders, but actual content that answers their unspoken objections. And this one thing moves the needle more than almost anything else in the pre-call flow. Get whoever is talking the call to send a quick selfie video 24 hours before. Literally just hold up your phone. Hey, here's name. Looking forward to talking tomorrow. Here's what we're going to cover. That's it. Put a face to a name. People show up to calls completely differently when they feel like they already know the person. By the time they get on the call, after all of that, the sale is already half done. You are not convincing them you are real. You are confirming a decision they have already started making. Layer 3 is the call itself. And the biggest mistake here is no structure. Everyone is winging it and then wondering why results are inconsistent. And when some reps are closing and others aren't, if there is no consistent process, you can't even figure out what the difference is. What you need is a call plan, not a word-for-word script, a flow, specific stages, in order, every time. Open with 60 seconds that transfer authority. If it's not you on the call, the rep borrows your credibility. I have worked with you for X years. We have built these kinds of clients, get these kinds of results, done. Don't skip this. It's why founders close at 40% and reps close at 15%. It's all authority and authority can be transferred. Then one question immediately. What would be an ideal outcome from this call for you? Let them tell you. Now you know what they care about and everything else maps to that. Then 5 questions before any pitch. What would need to happen for this to be worth the investment? Why haven't you been able to fix this yourself? What happens to your business if nothing changes in the next 6 months? What made you book right now specifically? And what's your rough budget for something like this? These aren't just info gathering. Getting someone to say out loud that they have a real problem, that they can't fix it alone, that waiting has a cost. They are convincing themselves. You are not doing the convincing. And once they have said it, they can't really walk it back. Then a short presentation, 5 to 7 minutes maximum, problem, solution, offer. Leave them with 3 real insights they would take away whether they buy or not. That generosity builds trust instantly and position you as the expert. Then, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does that resonate? Whatever number they give, ask what would make it higher. They will hand you their objections directly. Handle each one. Have 3 different ways to answer the common ones. A story, a direct response, a real-world example. The more options you have, the more natural it sounds. Then close simply. Recap the ROI, explain exactly what happens next. Send the link. And this is important. If they don't pay on the call, book the next meeting before you hang up. Don't let them go away to think about it with no next step. You either get the payment or you get the next meeting. Those are the only 2 acceptable ways a call ends. Part 4. Why 5 to 6 right calls beats 60 random ones. Let me say something that I think gets overlooked. 5 to 6 warm exact fit calls a month is better than 20 mixed quality calls. Not slightly better, way better. And not just because the close rate is higher. It's because the clients you close are better clients. They were the right fit because they got on the call. That means they stick longer, they refer people just like them, they actually get results, which means your case studies get better, which means your next round of outreach even easier to convert. It compounds. The other thing is predictability. When you know you are going to have 5 or 6 genuine conversations this month, you can make real business decisions. You can staff appropriately, you can forecast revenue, you can stop operating in this constant anxiety about where the next client is coming from. Unpredictable revenue is one of the most draining things about running a B2B business, and most people just accept it as normal when it's actually just a symptom of not having a consistent, repeatable way to reach exactly the right people. At even a 30% close rate on genuinely warm exact fit leads, there's 1 to 2 new clients every month, consistently. Do that for 12 months and your whole business looks different. The compounding effect of that kind of consistency is massive. One more thing I want to flag, because it's relevant right now and it's only going to matter more. AI agents are starting to do research on behalf of B2B buyers. ChatGPT has shopping features. Perplexity recommends services. Google is building agents into Chrome. More and more, a potential client is going to tell their AI, find me the best whatever you do for a company my size. And the agent goes out, scans the internet, cross-references who is better talked about, checks reviews and mentions and results, and comes back with 3 names. The buyer might never even visit your website. Here's why this matters for you specifically. If no one on the internet is talking about you except your own website, the agent skips you. It doesn't trust you. What builds that trust is reputation, client results, third-party mentions, people vouching for you. Every client you land through great outreach, every result you produce, every person who talks about you, that is the reputation that feeds into how AI recommends you 18 months from now. The businesses building that now will be the default recommendation later. The ones waiting will be trying to catch up against people who already own the category. Getting the right clients consistently isn't just good for revenue right now. It's building the moat that protects you as the buying process continues to shift. Okay, so let me bring this together. The reason most high-level B2B founders are stuck on lead gen right now isn't their product, isn't their team, isn't their sales skills. Is that they don't have a reliable way to get the exact right person on the call. Already warm, already with context, already curious. Paid ads give you volume, but not precision. Referrals give you quality, but not consistency. Cold outreach done right gives you both. 5 to 6 of those calls a month consistently compounds. Close rate goes up, client quality goes up, referrals go up, revenue gets predictable, the whole business gets easier to run. Now you can absolutely go build this yourself. Everything I just walked you through, the targeting, the messaging, the pre-call flow, the sales call structure, that's the full framework. If you want to figure it out yourself, go do it, seriously. But if you'd rather just have the right calls already in your calendar without building all of that, that's exactly what I do. Application is in the description. 2 minutes to fill out. I look at everyone personally. If it is a fit for you, we'll talk. If it's not, hopefully this video gave you everything you need to go figure it out yourself. Like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.